Yeah. All right. Can somebody, can I make someone co-organizer? All right. All right. Lokesh, can I make you the co-organizer? I think you're comfortable with that. Will you be staying till the end? Okay, then I'm making you the co-organizer. All right. All right. So, okay. So, a quick question to everyone. Are you now comfortable using HDFS via Hue? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Great. Great. So far I only see. Okay. So I'm asking a question. Are you now comfortable using HDFS via Hue? All right. So it looks like there are quite a few people in the class who are facing a problem in doing the hands-on. So in first half an hour or 40 minutes, I plan to do a hands-on session together with all the candidates. Will that be all right with everyone? In case you get stuck, I'll make you the presenter and then I can speak as you fix the problems. Will that be all right? All right. All right. So what we are going to do is uh, create create a plain text file on your machine. Second, upload it via Hue. Third, login into console. Fourth, download the HDFS file uploaded in step number 2 and make some modifications and upload it. Okay. All right. In the meantime, we are also going to do something like mm, try basic commands. basic commands of Linux, and that's it. I think that should be okay, everyone. No, Prem, you haven't missed anything. Yes, Ritika. The documentation we have got like 50% prepared. Okay. So, like 50% is done. We'll be sharing it soon. And all right. Good. All right. So, those I saw some people finding difficulty in locating the assignments. So you can go to No Big Data, and you must have received a login password. Using that login, you log in into the website and then click on My Courses. If you haven't received the login password from us, please check your spam folder, and then yeah, it should be there. And once you go to My Courses, you should be able to see this particular course called Big Data and Hadoop 9th April. Okay. So Prem's question was that I've submitted the assignment. Did you get a chance to review them? I have received those. I have received those, and I've gone through quickly. I need to just put down the words. Okay. And all right. What is the date today? It's 30 April. Okay. Okay. All right. So once you go into that course, you will see all the things here, and then you will see the login and the password for the CloudX Lab. Along with that, if you go a little bit down, you will see the each and everything related to the course. Okay. Also, along with this particular course, there is another course called Java. That's a pre-recorded session on Java, and it should serve as a good walkthrough into Java if you are looking for Java programming. But that's not mandatory. Only one session would talk about Java. Rest will be talking about general programming. Okay, and here you will see the slides, quiz, installation instructions, and there is something called installation cluster, and then you will have discussion notes. Along with that, you will see, if it's a past course, you will see the if the session has already been conducted, you will see the newest possible video. And along with that, there is a regular expression session. Please go through that if you have not aware of. And in the second, and here you can finish the quiz. Second, again, the same quiz is here as the session previous one. All right. And the next subjective quiz which we are talking about today is session number 3. Okay, map reduce subjective question. So this quiz we talked last Sunday. All right, and then we have various videos. All right, is it clear to everyone? All right, now let's start with a hands-on exercise. Please, all of you, try as much as possible to do the things with along the side. First, let's open Hue. Okay, as you open Hue, it'll ask for login password. Copy paste this login and copy paste this password, and you will see that you are logged in into file browser. Okay, everybody is able to do that. It's very important to finish these steps because otherwise you will not get that confidence. Yes. Who is on? Please, if you are stuck, let me know because I'm waiting for your feedback. All right. All right. So everybody in? Anybody stuck anywhere? All right. I'm assuming that you're not stuck, and I'm moving ahead. All right. Now, sometimes this file browser link is not active. In that case, you can just go to slash file browser. Okay. You can just go to slash file browser. Okay. So in your case, you will see your own home directory. This is my home directory and I have my own files. All right. And a common directory. So you can traverse to various folders. So the top level directory is slash. Under that there is user, and under that there is my folder. If I go to user, everybody's directories will be visible, and I'll be able to access only those which have given me the permissions. Okay. So I've gone to the root level directory, then click on data. This is the read only folder which I have provided to everyone, which contains all the data that is discussed in this course. Okay, so you have the data related to Flume, the data related to movie lens data, which we'll use in the recommendation, and New York Stock Exchange, the dividend and the daily stock details are available here. These will be used in Hive and Pig examples. And then log messages are used for some of the analysis which you can use for yourself. It's just plain text. You can try to load it. And then we have some examples for Spark, Scoop, and we have this one you can ignore. This one you can ignore. All right. You have Flume and you have okay. So this is a common data which is used in due course of this session. All right. So we'll be using this data for the course. All right. Is everybody able to access this data slash data? Ritika is saying that I don't have right file names. Okay, right file names as in okay. Let me take a look at. I'm going to make you presenter, Ritika, for a moment, and then you can tell what exactly is the problem. All right. So, all right. For a moment, I'm going to make you the presenter. All right. Okay, so I'll make you the okay. You log in first. All right. Great. Great. Is everybody able to see Ritika's? All right. Okay. Yeah, that means you want to go up one directory. So right now you are on in a inside a user folder where all kinds of users have been created. These are the users of Simplilearn that get created. And since they do not want us to have a look at their email ID, therefore we create a big random number for their users. That's the reason why you see these are basically their users. So instead, you can go to home folder. That's your home. Click on home. Great. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can upload a file. This is your home directory. Go. You can go to up one and then again up once. This is user directory. Go up once more. Now you are at the root directory. Now you can click on data, right? So this is a common data which we are going to talk about. All right. Everybody clear about it? All right. Good. Now you can make a plain text file in certain. I mean, it'll be great if everybody does it. So everybody is able to reach till this point. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to make myself the organizer, and then maybe I'll see the okay. Okay. All right. So my screen. All right. So Brew is having some issues. Okay. What kind of issues are you having, Abru? Okay. I'm going to make you quickly the presenter, and then the problems are going to get solved. Okay. You have to go to File Browser. Click on File Browser. On the right top, you see, yes, that's the one. If the file browser is not clickable for you, just go to the URL and type /file browser. Go to the URL. At the end, you just type file browser continuous without a space. Enter. Okay, so this is your home directory. Okay, this is your home directory. Good, good. Anybody else is stuck at this point? Good, good. So these are the common problems which we'll face. This is interesting. All right. So I think everybody is able to log in into their account and in the CloudX lab. If you are stuck, just let me know quickly so that we can solve it right now. Everyone. All right. Moving on. So now let me just make a plain text file quickly using a notepad-like editor. This is our notepad-like editor. So I'm going to upload these notes which we have created just now into my home directory. Okay. So I'm going to say upload file on the right top here, upload file, and then select file. And then maybe somewhere there'll be class notes in my home directory, and there we go. So it has uploaded this file successfully. And also please note that if you make an empty file, it might reject that file. Okay, so be aware that if it's absolutely empty file, you might not be able to upload. Okay, so make sure you have something inside the file, because HDFS I think does not allow you to create absolutely empty file. Okay, so everybody has uploaded their own in their home directories. All right, I can go here and see which directories have been modified recently. I can see, okay, I can see Fini has done, Lokesh has done, Sandeep has done recently. Okay, all right, Ritika. So here inside your folder, you should see the file which you have uploaded. In case if you're like me, having too many files in your home directory, you might have to sort by date to find where is your file. So you can see that we have been able to upload the file successfully. Okay. Okay. So since you guys are doing something, I might have to wait for your feedback. At least I'm waiting for. Once you finish it, then confirm to me that you're done, and then we can move to console right away. Priyatam's question is docx file okay, or does it have to be text? Let's have it text for now because it's easier to modify text from the Unix command line as well. Great. Sumay is saying that I'm not able to access my file through command. I'll clarify just after this step. Okay. Oh, so Eli is facing this problem. I'll show everyone so that we. So Eli is facing this problem. Can anybody guess what kind of problem would it be? So probably you're trying to upload the data in the root folder. Click on home directory, and then try uploading again. Great, great. So Prem's question is that he has practiced already. No, you don't. Okay, okay. If you have other doubts, feel free to ask those doubts as we go through various steps. All right. Okay. So great, great. So Ella has solved the problem. Okay, done. Now moving ahead. So everybody on the same page, or is anybody left behind? Great. So probably everybody is able to upload a plain text file into their home directories. Okay. So it's only this initial phase I am doing the hand holding because this is where you break the ice with the system. Later point of time, you will be able to do everything by yourself without me having to handhold. All right. Great. Great. So yes, Sabru, what kind of error are you facing? Should I make you the organize this presenter? All right. Let me make you the presenter. Okay. I've made you the presenter. Yes. All right. So you are also facing the similar kind of issue which was faced by Ila because you're trying to upload. If you look at the error message again, okay, look at the error message again. It says permission denied for this file, and you're trying to write the file into the inode slash user. Inode means the directory location. So you are trying to upload this file in slash user. Okay, so you can see that you're trying to upload in slash user. Slash user is not somewhere you can write or change things. It's only your home directory where you can change things. So you can close the dialog, click on home directory, and try uploading again. So close this dialog, close this error message. Okay, click on home, and now you can upload happily. All right, good. You can check if the file is okay. All right, great. All right, few more things. You can select a file and delete. And uh, the way you delete is by the way of sending it to trash. And this trash here is a little confusing. It means it will take you to the trash. Great. All right. So so far everybody is with me. Great. Great. So I believe that now is the time to move on to the console. All right. So I'll try to explain to you quickly a little bit about. Let me first. So this is the console. Console is a place to interact with Linux directly, and everything can be done from the console in Unix. It's like command line in Windows. When you go to start menu, cmd.exe, this is what you get. Okay, but Linux is far more flexible and is more controllable from the command line. I'm going to log in from here. Okay, all right. Is everybody able to log in here? Here, there are one more thing you need to notice is that when you paste your password, it doesn't show. But that doesn't mean that it's not being typed. Inside the browser, when you type the password, it shows asterisk. But in the console, when you type the password, it shows nothing. Okay, so there's no reason to worry. It's actually being typed. Okay, so Alan has been able to log in into console. Okay, everybody is able to log in into the console. All right, everybody logged in into console. Good. Great. Great. So, anybody facing any problem with logging into console? Yeah. All right. So everybody is able to log in into console. Now the first command we're going to try is ls. Ls means list the directories. Now the first thing will strike you that your file is not here. The file that you uploaded into Hue is not here, right? ls. Okay. So the file that you uh, see in the HDFS is not here because this is not HDFS. This is the file system of e.cloudxlab. So essentially, there are three file systems that you interact with. One, your computer, okay? So one is your computer, and other is e.cloudxlab, and other is HDFS. Okay, so this is e.cloudxlab. Here you will see some files, uh, a small file, okay, and this is your desktop, and this is HDFS. Okay, and now you do not ask me what is HDFS. The listing of files in HDFS is coming from name node. Okay, it's a different file system than what you have inside e.cloudxlab. E.cloudxlab is just another computer like your desktop. E.cloudxlab is just another computer which is inside the cluster, which is inside the cluster. Okay, make sense to you? So you have your desktop where you created the plain text file, and then you uploaded it from here to HDFS directly via Hue. Okay, and from here to here, we are going to upload it. From here to here, we are going to use a command called Hadoop fs. Okay, and from here to here, from your desktop to from your desktop to this, we are going to upload using SCP, or not like this, win SCP. Okay, all right. The other way, if you so there is your desktop and there is e.cloudxlab. Okay, so a way would be another way would be I'll make it bidirectional arrows. Okay, so If you want to take a file from desktop to e.cloudxlab, you would be doing it using maybe Hue and then use Hadoop FS to download it. Okay, yes, so this looks like a great sketch, but yeah, I know it's pathetic. And all right, all right. So I hope this diagram is clear to everyone. So right now, this box is what we have here. When we say ls, we are talking to this file system locally. Okay, we are seeing at the files of e.cloudxlab.com. We are not looking at the files of HDFS. These files you were using from Hue. This one is HDFS. Okay, everyone clear about this diagram? So from your desktop, you upload it to HDFS using Hue. And now we are at e.cloudxlab, and the file, the file, what was the name of the file? My text file or something. Okay, we uploaded this. We can now take this file and to this machine by using this command called Hadoop fs. All right, everybody with me, or uh, should I wait? Any questions at this point of time? Yes. Yes. Okay. So Priyatham's question is, what about Ambari? We'll talk about Ambari a little while later. Okay. Ambari is not something we are going to use much. Ambari is more for installation and other things. All right. Okay. So Ila and Spinny is saying that no files listed on our console because we are here and our file is in HDFS. Okay, so we are going to talk to HDFS by the way of Hadoop FS, and let's take a look at it. So the first command you're going to use is Hadoop. Hadoop is the general, single command which let you interact with Hadoop. It lets you interact with Hadoop MapReduce. It lets you interact with Hadoop file system. So you can say Hadoop FS to interact with file system. Okay, when you do not provide any more argument other than fs, it shows you the full list of commands. You can see that Hadoop fs this. So first command we are going to use is cat. Okay, or first command I think we should use is Hadoop fs minus ls. That's the first command. You can see that if you say Hadoop fs minus ls, you should see the the files which you uploaded in the first. Okay. Prem's question is, what is the difference between Hadoop FS and HDFS DFS? The second command is for administration. Okay. Administration like recovering and other things. All right. So everybody is able to see the directory listing of their HDFS when they say Hadoop fs minus ls. Are you able to see the file which you uploaded in the first step? Great, great. All right. This is where we have uploaded. This is the one I uploaded. Let me just copy the name. So now I can use another command called minus cat. What does minus cat do? It basically prints the content of a file in HDFS onto your local machine. So generally you should be using pipe more. All right. So you can see that this is the file which I had uploaded. Okay, everybody with me? Is anyone stuck? Great, great. Yes. So probably everybody is able to see the content of the file using Hadoop fs-cat and then your file name. This is my file name. You should provide your file name. Make sure the file name is in the same case as you typed, and that it'll be better if you first do Hadoop fs-ls and then copy paste the file name. Okay, so you can see here. All right. So just like ls minus l, when we say Hadoop fs minus ls, you see these details of a file whereby these are the permissions of the file, and this is the, since it's a folder, it what is that? It's okay. It's a replication factor most likely. It's a replication factor. You can see that. And then there is a user ID, then there's a group ID, and then the size of the file, and then we have the date, modification date, and then the name of the file. Yeah, this is easiest for those who are used to Linux. That's correct. Okay, Priyatham is saying I'm getting no such directory. Let me make you the presenter for a minute. Looks like everybody will become the presenter by the end of the session today. You can have spaces in the file, but in that case, provide double quote around the file name. Okay? Provide double quote around the file name. Okay, so actually I have typed Hadoops. Say Hadoop fs minus ls. Just copy paste the things. It's okay. It can copy paste. Good, good. Now in place of ls, if you use minus cat, that should do the job. All right. Yeah. So it's just put the double quotes around the file and everything should be fine. Not here, not here, not here. Around the file name. Okay. Press backspace because there is an extra space before April. Good. Enter. I think you are in insert mode. That's why that confusion of insert. Good. So this is working. Brilliant. Anybody else stuck at any step? All right. So far things are great. And yeah, single quote or double quote, either should do. Generally, single quote is far better than double quote because quote can escape special characters like asterisk. All right. That's a general thumb rule in Linux or Unix that instead of double quote, if you use single quote, it's generally better. Okay, so moving on. Now the next step is downloading this file from HDFS to e.cloudxlabs local. So how do you do that? Let's first check all the commands again. So there is there are so many nice commands which can help you do many things. Starting with append to a file. It appends a local file to a destination in HDFS. Minus cat prints the data located in HDFS. Checksum is computes the checksum. A checksum as in there is a signature of the file that you can create. Ch group is equivalent of changing permissions, changing group of a file. Okay, minus R is for recursive. Ch mode is changing the mode of a file. If you are not aware If you're not aware about Unix permissioning, make sure that you learn Unix permissioning. And in one of the sessions, if you go to our No Big Data channel on YouTube, you will find the Unix permissioning's small video. You can take a look at that. And change group, change mode, change owner, copy from local, which means from my machine, my local machine. When I say local here, right, I'm talking about e.cloudxlabs local file system. Okay, this part basically, this is what it is local because I'm logged in into this machine. I'm standing when I say console, I'm standing here. This is where my console is. So I'm standing in this machine. Okay, I hope everybody is on e.cloudxlab because for some people for load balancing it shifts to other machines, but it should not be a problem. Okay, now we have df. Df basically shows us the total number of directory structures and everything, and then we have du, expunge, find. To know about each command, you can simply say minus help, and let's say I'm trying to copy to local. Okay, let me just say I want to find out more details about this command. So I can say Hadoop fs minus help. So it says that copy to local, this is the syntax, is identical to this. Okay, now I'm going to use copy to local. Copy to local will bring data from, so you can say bringing from here to there is copy to local, and copy from local. Okay, copy to local and copy from local. So what was the file name? Okay, All right, this is the file name. So this file is being copied to my local directory. So now I can say 9 asterisk, and there are this file as well as the other file. See, there's this file locally copied from the HDFS. Now I can say cat 9 April, cat 9 April dash sessions. You might be wondering why I'm typing so fast, because I'm pressing tab as I'm typing. Okay. So, all right. So we were able to successfully bring data from HDFS to local. Now let's say we want to edit something in this. We can say this. Now this is a nice editor provided on this text-based UI where I can make modifications to it and save it. All right. So the way I do is nano, the file name which I'm trying to edit, and then type something in this and make some modification, press Ctrl X, and it will ask you for the changes. Press Y and then provide, do not change the file name, and then press enter. It has successfully saved my file. Done, everybody? Good, good. Okay, Alan says that he used VI, but yes, that's better actually. Okay, I'm also like a big fan of VI. VI is alternative text editor to Nano. That's even better. Okay, so everybody able to use Nano and edit some files. But I'm using Nano so that everybody can quickly do that, because VI has a little bit learning curve. VI is another text editor. Everybody, are you with me? Yes? I think everybody is stuck inside the editor. Abru is saying that when I'm using Nano or VI, I see blank file, not the content of the file. Are you using this? And in case your file name, say my file.txt, if it has a space like this file, put double quotes around the file name. Okay? Or single quote around the file name. That could be the only reason I can envision. Is that the reason, Abru, or should I make you the presenter? Yeah? Okay, there you go. I'm making you the presenter. All right. Oh, you did not copy to local actually. You did not copy to local. That's the reason, I think. Copy to local. Hadoop fs minus copy to local. No, no, space Hadoop space fs. Yes. Minus, sorry, it should be Hadoop space fs, not minus fs. Hadoop space fs. Now minus copy capital T O capital L local, and then the file name. You can also use asterisk because that works well. Yeah. Now check by typing ls command. Can you type ls command first? Check if it has come. Ls, simply ls. Yes. So that means it has come to your local folder, and then now you can fire nano space and A. You can press tab as well to auto complete. Press capital A and tab, capital A and tab, enter. Good. You can make some modification to this. Mouse won't work, so you have to use cursor, arrow keys. Good. Save it. Now you can say, okay, that's it. Alright, so that's pretty much. Now let's try to first remove the old file from the HDFS, and then we will do the uh, what do you call, where am I? Okay, I am Emily Grant supposedly. All right. So, so Ashwin's question is, what is the topic today? He had just joined. Ashwin had just joined. So Ashwin, we are basically doing a hands-on, like a group hands-on. In case somebody's getting stuck, we are sharing the screen so that others also can avoid the same mistakes. And right now we are trying to upload a file from our local directory from e.cloudxlab onto HDFS. Okay, Priyatam's question is, how can I save on nano command? You just control X and save. Ritika's question is how to save and exit. You just press control X and then press Y. Okay. That means if if you are pressing Control X and nothing is happening, maybe let me see. I'm making you the presenter, Priyatam, and then I'll get to know. Okay, and so what is the save command? There's alternative save command. It's called write out. Control O. That means write out. Priyatam, I have made you the okay. So I have made Ritika the presenter. So Ritika, or should I make Priyatam? Ashwin's question is, can you solve last week's problem? That's what we're going to take you all through today. Okay. All right. Ritika's working fine. So let me just make Priyatam the co-presenter. Priyatam, can you share your screen, please? Yeah. Great. So what's happening now? So you're here, you just type something, press Control X, Control X, help mode disabled, okay, again Control X, what is happening? All right. Nothing is happening. Press escape multiple times and then press Control X again. Okay, it's not working. Press Control O. Control O. What's saying use of one or more line for editing enabled. Okay. What happens when you press Control Z? Oh, wow, what's happening? Do one thing, close the console, open it again, or refresh it. Refresh the console, that's it. Okay, that'll be more easier. Enter. Yeah. Yeah. Open Nano again. Don't worry about the other session. That'll anyway get killed after some time. Nano and open something. Press tab and it will autocomplete. Enter. Yeah. Just enter something. That's it. Control X. Why does it say help mode enabled? Are you pressing Control X or it's Shift X or Alt X you're pressing? Okay. Is it yeah, okay? Looks like everything is okay. All right, I'll have to take a look at it. Maybe if you're okay with using VI, you can use that. Maybe something wrong with your settings or something. All right. All right. So everybody is able to kind of do this. Okay. Now I'm going to delete my previous uh, I'm going to delete my previous or what can I do? What can I do? Let me try to say minus help copy from local. Okay. So what does it do? It basically lets us copy the data from local to, it's identical to put command. Okay, there is a put command. So we're going to use Hadoop fs copy from local, and I'm going to use a flag called f because because uh, there's a file that already exists in that folder. Okay, so I'm going to use minus f. Okay, so I have used this command. You can also use the similar command for yourself. Okay, So this time we have taken the data from here to HDFS. Ellen, would you have any suggestion um, for Priyatam, who was getting stuck in Nano, other than suggesting the VI? Well, looks like you are also a little bit Unix guy. Okay. Abru's question is, after updating the file, when I do cat to the file, you mean Hadoop cat, Hadoop FS cat, or normal cat? Okay, so the question is here. Okay, so let's take a look at the new changes it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, Abru. So I'm going to say Hadoop FS and then cat. Okay, for me, it has the new data. Remember, I had put a new line in the beginning and then typed something. Do you see any error on your screen? When you said Hadoop FS copy from local and then minus F, why? Because there's already a file existing with the same name. So it has to be forced. All right, everybody able to do this? Is everybody able to upload the data from e.cloudxlab onto the server? Yeah, okay. The other way, what Lokesh is also suggesting, other way would be that we use local file name and destination file name. That means this file will be uploaded with a new name here. So hdfs-test will be uploaded as hdfs-t1. Yeah, done. Everyone, are you able to upload the data back? Should we move? Yes? All right, let's move on. Great. So everybody is able to upload and good. Great. Abru is also able to do. Okay. Ella's question is not sure what F did. F basically forced the uploading because there was a name conflict. If you try to upload without F, I'll show you. So here, let me just remove -F. It'll not upload and instead say give an error. It says file already exists. Do you see that? Clear? So since we are uploading a local new version of the file, we have changed the content, but the file name is same. Therefore, to upload and force it, we had to say -F. Yes, that's right. So to overwrite the existing file, that will be the better way of saying it. All right, so everybody is with me. Now at this point, we can run the Hadoop streaming command. Okay, Hadoop streaming command, not fs. We'll say Hadoop jar. Yes, this is what we were doing since last time. All right. So now I'm going to give you one more piece of code. Okay. So here I have created, what was the name of my mapper? I've created a mapper code called replace.py. Okay. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing much, except in the first line, it says that what is the program that will run this file. Okay. In Unix, the first line has to inform the system that what is the URL, or what is the location of the program that would run this. If you want it to be run by PHP, then the first line will be, this is called shebang, by the way. This is called shebang, and then the location of the path of PHP. So we'll say PHP here instead of this. And then we are saying here, we're talking about Python. We are creating a program which reads data from standard input, and then split each line into words. And how does it do? It says for line in the file input, meaning read from standard input, and then split the data and print the word. Good. So should I copy paste this onto everybody? Okay. So remember, while you are creating this replace.py, make sure that this file is well formatted. You see one tab here and two tabs here. Okay, remember that these are two tabs. In Python, having a proper indentation is very important. Okay, so right now we have just created a simple program which can break the input lines into one word per line. Okay, then what did I do? Let me just copy paste it again to those who are in the chat. All right, so make sure the formatting is correct, otherwise it won't work. Yes, it has to be local in e.cloudxlab. The code has to be in the local directory e.cloudxlab, while the data will be in the HDFS. Please create this file using nano. You can say nano and your replace.py and paste the code here and press the tab, and okay, you can press tab, and the tab is a little too bigger, but don't worry. Okay, all right, done. Make sure, okay, I'll show parallelly. Nano new replace.py, and then I'm pasting it here and pressing Control X, or let me copy paste from the text. Okay, so here we go. Now it shows that wow, this has screwed up the formatting completely for me. Okay, I'll have to reformat it. There is import, and then Okay, then before this for loop, I have to put one tab and then two tabs. That's it. I think that's pretty much. Control X, yes. So I have, okay. So I can say cat new replace. Good. Is your file created? Everybody? Everybody? Are you able to create the file? Good. Alan is able to do that. Yogesh is able to do that. Brilliant. Lokesh is able to do that. Great. Kulveer is also able to do that. Brilliant. Everyone? This is quite important. What the exercise which we are doing is very important because most of the big data and the most of these backend technologies, because we are not talking here about the user interfaces creating the HTMLs. Here we are talking about data churning and data pipelining and whatnot. So here most of the work would actually happen on the console. Okay, most of the work would actually happen on the console, and therefore it's mandatory to get comfortable on the console. And if you are good and comfortable at console, your chances of success, if your overall um, success will be better. Okay. All right. Ella, this is what I had done. I said nano and then gave the new file name, and that's it. Yes, everyone. Okay, so this is one very basic MapReduce program which we are trying to write in Python. Do not worry if you do not know Python because it's going to be very simple. Yes, Alan. Right now I've not installed Pico, and so VI or Nano is the only thing that you could do. Yes. Or you can do one thing. You can format this in your normal text editor and then upload it into HDFS and then copy it into your console. Do a Hadoop FS copy to local. All right. Now everybody is able to create this file called replace.py. Yeah. Abru is able, brilliant. Okay. Okay. All right. Now moving on. I'm assuming everybody's with me. Everybody's with me, I think. Now, the next thing is let's make this program run. And how do you make this program run? By giving it some input, say echo. So, echo this is a line. And what does it do? It does nothing. This echo command in Unix prints whatever you give it as the command line argument. It just echoes it on the screen. Okay, so now let's pipe it to this newly created file. It says permission denied. And what are we going to do to counter that? We are going to first make it executable. We are going to say chmod plus x and say new. Okay, so now this program is executable. In case you have created whatever file name, you give that one instead of new replace. Okay, so now this program is executable. Now try doing this. Yeah, you can see the line is broken into one word per line. Okay, a single line is broken into one word per line. Done. Do you see this kind of output, everybody? I know this is little bit going difficult, but that's how most of the backend or big data systems or data science or data analytics life is going to be. Okay, for Ravi, it's done. So Ravi, you're getting this kind of output. Brilliant, brilliant, Ashok, brilliant, Yogesh, and great, Alan. Nice. Kulbir has also done that. It's okay. Do not worry that we are, uh, you know, um, lagging in the course, because we are not lagging in the course. It's everything is going as per the plan. So let's just focus on getting through with the hands-on, because this is what is happening as of today. Whether you appear for hot and walks or whether you appear for any interview, everything is these days about hands-on. Okay, because there are many things that you would know when you do the hands-on as compared to just the theory. In theory, hue and the console both look the same, but they are drastically different when you do the hands-on. Yeah, so are you able to change mode of the file which you created earlier, and then get this. I'm sure a lot of you are facing the error right now. So if you can tell me if you're facing error. Okay. So question from Finny is, if you are facing error, then just let me know. I'll try to debug and help you fix it. Okay. That'll help everybody else, because those are the kind of standard problems that you face when you start doing hands-on and start doing working in real life. Okay, a question from Finny is, what is this command chmod plus X? Basically, I'm trying to make this program executable. Unlike Windows, where if you rename something .exe, it becomes executable, or if you put the name as .bat, it becomes executable. Here, to make anything executable, you have to give it executable permission. So we are saying chmod plus X means all the people, whether user or owner or the group, everybody can execute this file. Anybody stuck? I'm sure you would be stuck at this point, because chances are that this would be giving error for you. Will not be giving this kind of output like the way it is giving for me. And if it is giving great output for you like this, then I'm like super happy, because it doesn't happen in single shot. So for Ravi, Yogesh, Alan, Kulbir is working. Lokesh, Priyatam, Ritika, Emily, Abaru, Finny, is it working for you? Oh, nice. For Ritika also it's working fine. Yogesh, Yogesh anyway is working fine. Mohammed, Lee, Ella, Prem, Shumay, Liu Sang, Ashwin, Lokesh is saying that somehow I'm not able to uh, type or okay, just a second. Lokesh is saying somehow I'm not able to type or copy. Press Control L once, please. Is it working? Should I take a look? Abru says bad interpreter. Okay, let me take a look, Abru. I think this will be useful for everyone because these are the classic problems which happen when you try to code for the first Unix script. Okay, Abru, I've made you this thing. Okay, now show me. All right. So from your command, it shows that the first line you have missed something. Can you just nano this? Nano replace.py, please. It says, uh, okay, yeah, this is good. User, it has to be user USR. All right. In the first line, slash USR, remove E. Good. It should work now. Is that right? You can press up down arrow keys to go to the past. Good, brilliant. It's working for Abru as well. Okay, okay, okay. Priyatam says that it's permission denied for you. You have to do chmod plus X and then things will be fine. Yes. All right, for Prem also it's working. And okay, Priyatam, should I make you the presenter for a minute? And then we will, because these are the classic problems which you will face in future as well. It might be working for you this time, but you might face other kind of problems. Therefore, it's important to look at the problems other people are facing. Okay, so your file name is replace, so you don't have to say chmod plus x, chmod plus x. Now you give the space and then your file name. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Now try the previous one. Go up arrow key and it should be. Dot slash means dot means current directory, slash means inside current directory and the file name. Enter. Oh, good. Enter. Good. Brilliant. So, all right. Let's see if okay. If we have, how can I make myself the organizer? All right. Sumay, can I make you the organizer for a minute and then take a look at your problem? I'll make you the presenter. Great. So almost everybody is able to do the hands-on, at least the creation of the file. Then we will do. All right, here is a good tip from, thank you, Priyatam. Finally, I found a way. So in case your Control X does not work inside Nano, press M to enable mouse and then you can click on save. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Priyatam is talking about the Nano, right? Yes. So now, okay. User bin Python for this. Good, good. Looks good to me. Press Control X. Oh, I think he's. Can you press M? What he's saying? Press Control M. Press Control M. Control M. Yes. Now you can take your mouse and click on Exit. Wow, this works. Enter. Great, great. Press Control L to clear your screen, or you can type clear, and that's it. Wow, great. Yeah. Now let me have a look. Let me please try running the command echo. This is a line inside double quote. That's okay. Yeah. Pipe. Now, okay, good. Okay. Pipe dot slash replace dot py. Press tab. It will auto complete to a ch mode. Ch mode plus x space plus x. All right, so now try running the previous command. Brilliant. So everybody is able to do the basic. uh, Till here we have gone through a lot of things, and I'm really happy to see that almost everybody is able to do that. All right, anybody else facing any kind of problem at this point of time? Great, great. Now is the time that right now this command called replace, or I'll just stick with replace.py. Okay, I'll just stick with my command called replace.py. Replace.py is good enough, and it can convert a big text into one word per line. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is run I'm going to run Hadoop streaming job, and let's take a look at a Hadoop streaming job. The one which we ran last time looked like this. Okay, looked like this, and the command was okay. All right, so we will go through a few more things, and that's it. Let me share this command with everyone. All right. Now let me explain this command again. So Hadoop is the general command. We were interacting with file system so far, but this time we are going to interact with MapReduce. So we are saying jar. And when we say jar, we have to give the bundle of jar which needs to be executed. But in this case, in case of Hadoop streaming, this bundle is provided by Hadoop itself. It's a special pre-prepared MapReduce by Hadoop, which basically is kind of a proxy. It's kind of a siphon whereby your MapReduce, which is going to be a Python command, Python program, will be executed by Hadoop streaming by the way of Hadoop MapReduce. Okay, Hadoop streaming is a MapReduce program internally, which can use any program as MapReduce. Okay, which we discussed last time. Now in this, we are talking about input this folder. Okay, and what does this folder contain? Let's first check that. Okay, we have already checked this folder in from the hue. Let's check from the Hadoop fs minus ls and this. So inside this folder, you have big.txt. Similarly, I can also go directly by pasting the u path here, and I can say, okay, it doesn't go like that. Okay, no, never mind. So we'll just directly go. Am I disconnected or something? Yeah, I got logged out. All right. So the same file is available here also. You can see that is the big text file. Now we are going to use this text file as the input to our data. You can use your file which you have created. Okay. Instead of giving absolute path here, absolute means with the slash, you could simply give your plain text file. We could also say 9 what? What was the file name? 9 something. It was some 9 something, and let me just what was the file name? ls 9 april. Okay, let me just copy paste this file, and vi here. Okay, so we are saying Hadoop jar, and we are providing this internally built library along with the input file, and then output is some folder whatever you want to give, and then mapper we know that is replace.py. Okay, because it's going to convert our input data into one word per line, meaning only the keys, no values. And reducer is unique minus c. What does unique minus c do? It finds the count of each unique word in a pre already ordered data. And then since this is not a standard command, this is our program, we need to ship it to all the machines, and that's what we are going to do now. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, it says that the output folder exists. Why? Because we did it last time. So we can say some other output folder. We could basically go to a folder and give it some other name. I'm just putting one here because the folder already exists, the output folder. Therefore, it has given me the error. And now it's going to run. All right, everybody is able to do this. Okay, let's take a break for 10 minutes. And by the time you also try to do it, and then we will continue with our usual discussion. Okay, now let me just go to home directory. The output will appear in this place. Okay, here is my folder. So the it has successfully created this place where the word count is happening. Good. Okay, okay. So some of the users of Safari might have the issue with the pipe. So Lokesh was facing a problem with Safari. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take a break for 10 minutes and back by 9:51 p.m. IST. All right, I'm back. So should we start now? The output would be created in HDFS. So when I say this, okay, it means I'm specifying a folder. I'm specifying a folder called word count underscore output py, and it will be in my home directory because the folder name does not start with slash. That means it's a relative folder to my home directory in HDFS. Did it make sense to you, Ashwin? So output as well as input, okay, both have to be, this one has to be in HDFS and this will be created in HDFS. Okay, while this file, this Hadoop streaming.jar, is picked up from the local directory of e.cloudxlab.com, and then this file replace.py is being picked up from your local directory, and by the way of this argument, this file is being distributed on every machine as if the program is being installed on every machine so that it can be run as a mapper on every machine. This is an idea that comes from something called, it is called the distributed cache. So this is my local file. When I say minus file is being distributed in the in the network, so that when mapper runs, when MapReduce runs, it can find replace.py. Okay. A question from Ashwin: is it compulsory the input file should be in HDFS? Yes. Remember our discussion of MapReduce? When a MapReduce runs, it tries to execute mappers near the data, which means the data is distributed, and that is by the way of HDFS. A question from Ashwin is, can we change the location of output file? Yes, of course. It's your wish where you want to store the output of the program. And also, you can change where you want to pick the data from. And the answer is, so okay, the complete question is, can we change the location of output file or output folder to a local directory? Answer is again no. Why? Imagine the reducer is running. A reducer or mappers are not going to run on e.cloudxlab necessarily. It might be running on c.cloudxlab, b.cloudxlab, a.cloudxlab, f.cloudxlab, or anywhere else. Therefore, therefore, this local directory cannot be accessed from all the machines, and hence it has to be stored in HDFS. Do I make sense, Ashwin? All right. Is everybody able to execute this command? Were you able to compute word count? Okay. Who all did? Lokesh, Sumaya, Abru, Ritika, and myself, Emily Grant. Okay. Next time I'm going to modify this, change it to my name rather than Emily's. Okay. And Finny, Yogesh, Ravi, Mohammed, Alan, Kulbir, Lee, Ella, Prem, Liu Song, and Ashwin. Were you able to execute this MapReduce? Great. Kulbir is able to do. Ashwin is able to do. Alan is able to do. Ravi is also able to do. Prem is able to do. Ella is able to do. Lee is done. Great, great. A question from Ella is, when you said input file location can be changed. What does it mean since it has to be? Yeah, so input file location as in it's up to you what file you specify in the command. I'm specifying this command. You can specify something else. That's under your control. Because at the end of day, MapReduce has to process our file and produce data for us and take our mapper and reducer. Otherwise, what's the point of using it if we cannot change the location of the input? Great, great. So everybody is able to run their first MapReduce program. Nice. Is anybody stuck? Can I help you in any way right now? Those who are wondering what does this program called, I'm going to show you some things. Okay, I'm going to say say capital A, capital B, slash capital A. So, ouch, it's not working that way. So we are going to say, I'm going to create a file, say file, and say A, B, A, and A. Okay. So when I say, okay, so here, is it clearly visible to everyone? Okay, so here I have just created a file that contains this data A, B, A, A. Now, if I do unique minus C over this data, what is this output am I going to get? Anybody? Can anybody guess what output I'm going to guess? Unique minus C is what I'm saying, which means I'm going to get the counts of unique. You guys, I'll take a look at your screen in a minute. I'm going to say unique minus C, which means Prem says it will be A3B1. Okay. Ella says two counts. Lokesh says it will be 3A 1B. Not really. Sure, Finny, just give me a second. I'll take a look at your screen. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you is that this is what it looks like. Unique expects the data to be already sorted. So what it does is it starts from the top. As soon as it sees a different line, then it prints it and moves on. Again, B, and then the moment it sees A, then it prints B, and then it keeps on counting only the continuous, okay? Only the words which are nearby, okay? So for unique to work properly, we need to sort data. We need to sort data. And the sort command is what is being done by Hadoop, if you look at it closely. All right. So unique minus C is clear to everyone. It expects the data to be sorted. All right. So data is produced by our mapper. Then the data is sorted by Hadoop, and then data is the counts are computed by unique minus C, that is our reducer in this particular case. All right. So yeah. So finally, Finny is facing some problem. Let's just try to see what exactly is the problem, and then we'll see. Okay. So what exactly is the problem, Finny? You can type. Okay, so you have two files, finitex.this. Okay, all right, all right. It says output count already exists. You have to specify a different output folder. That's it. You see, word count underscore output py already exists. It says output directory already exists, right? Okay, so Yogesh has also solved the problem. And Vinny, is your issue resolved? A question from Ellen is, so it's a mistake to do the sorting in reducer? Yes, because the data is anyway sorted, because that's the whole objective of MapReduce framework. As I told you that when we MapReduce is actually a big sorting machine. Finny did that work, changing the output directory. Okay. Ashwin is saying Hadoop will only have sorting. So MapReduce, if you look at it, it does many things. And one of the most prominent thing it does is it sorts the data based on the key value. And where does this key value come from? From your mapper code, right? So it runs the mapper code near to the data, which generates key value, and based on key, the data gets sorted by Hadoop. And then once data gets sorted, it's fed to the reducer, and reducer generates the desired output. Good? Okay. All right. So, Finny, your previous MapReduce has actually worked. Did you check the output in your home folder in HDFS? Uh, okay. Which warning? Oh, yarn warning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, yeah. So question from Finny is, I think others will also see this error. Why do we see this yarn warning related to yarn? Is basically since the commands have migrated, most of the Hadoop jar has been replaced with another new command called yarn. So you can, instead of saying Hadoop jar, you could say yarn. Okay. But we'll stick to it for time being. Right. Okay. I need to make myself presenter. All right. All right. So, okay. A question from Kulbir. Can we read data from all the files in a folder dynamically? Yes. So in the input URL, Here, when we specify input this, we could actually say things like, we could say things like slash data slash mr slash input, where input, or you can say mr word count slash input. So all the files which are inside this directory called input will be picked up. Similarly, you can create, let's say, my data dir. You can create my data dir in your home folder and dump hundreds of files into this directory, and MapReduce will pick it. Great, Prem. Prem has run it on the big.txt. Great. Moving to Finny. Oh, great. Finny's MapReduce is also worked. And Prem is saying getting some error. Stack trace, exit code. All right. Did you test if your program is working? This happens when the program which you're passing as MapReduce is giving some error. Okay. Did you run it by the way of saying echo something pipe dot mapper? I want to run it because like this, not like Python mapper. Okay. There are two ways to run this program, but I'm going to use this way. Okay, let me take a look, Prim. All right, this is important. Okay, Ashwin's question is, all right. So I'm saying that you are not creating a directory in local folder. You're creating a directory in your HDFS. All right, Ashwin. So I'm not saying that create a directory in the local folder. I'm creating. You should create the directory in HDFS. Make sense? All right. Let me check what's wrong with Prem's code. Where is Prem? This. Okay. All right. This is a great exercise. I think we all are learning together. Okay, go down. Yeah. Show me the command. It's not able to execute the program. Okay. Okay. All right. That won't be the issue. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, output folder need to be changed. Let's see what happens. I hope everyone is seeing this screen. Okay. Good. So this time it has run. Maybe at that point of time, in the earlier case, maybe the process was busy or other tasks were running, so memory was low on the node which was running. No, actually, it has failed. Go down. Okay, so what's happening, I think, is on one of the nodes. So it's what's happening here is at one node it tried to execute. When it did not work, then it handed over to another machine, and so on. This is what is happening here. You can open that URL in the window. Take the URL track. This is a very good exercise. What happened? The URL to track the job. You go above a little bit, 3-4 lines above the URL to track the job. Paste it in the browser. You can see around 5-6 lines above. Yeah, this one. The URL, yes. Okay. Change this internal to c dot, this URL before the colon, c dot cloudxlab before the colon. Remove that and put it c.cloudxlab.com. Remove everything till the beginning. .com. Okay, so you can see that total maps are 2, reduce is 1, and total failed maps are 1, but successful is 2. What does it mean? It tried, first attempt failed, and you can go into that. So you can see that this one on this particular machine whose IP address is 2953, the work failed. If you go back and see the successful one, so this is a very good thing that happened. You can see, okay. So you can see that on 154, this one it worked, and then this first task has also succeeded. So you can see that the work is being executed on two machines. Okay, first part is being done on this machine. You can see it's called default rack IP 173.31.58.37, and then second one. Okay, so this is an interesting exercise which happened, which shows us that what's going on. All right, so this is how, and also if you go into the logs of a particular file, you can dig down more errors as in exactly what happened. If in the case of failure, if you click on that failed one, yeah, and then you click on the logs, here generally this side it tells clearly what's happening. Okay, so on 153 we might have to check whether Python is installed correctly or not. Okay, you again, yeah, you can go back. So this 153 I think means A or B, I think. Okay, so go back once more. We will have to take a look at more details. Yeah. So what's happening is on one of the machines, maybe Python is not installed properly. That's why it is failing, and hence it has handed over the same work to other machines. All right. This is what I was trying to, which I was explaining earlier, that this is what happens inside MapReduce. Okay, all right, good. All right, so I think I have answered all. So Yogesh is saying, how did you identify that Python is not working? So it's my hypothesis. I'll have to log in into that particular machine which says that it's failing. Okay, I'll have to log in there and then check what exactly is wrong with that machine. Okay, sounds good to you? I'll take the mapper, try to run on that machine and check what's wrong. All right, good. So that's pretty much good. A last question is, if you're running a job and this happens, what should we do? So first, MapReduce has taken care of the problem by itself. In case this happens with you, you should quickly take mapper.py and try to run on the node on which it happened. You should SSH to that machine and check what's wrong with that. Okay, or in these cases you should inform admin that my mapper is not running on that node. Could you check whether that machine is having the latest version of my programs, which I mean the all the compilers, and then that should do the job. Yogesh is saying, can we try to get to the root cause? All right. Okay, so that is generally the way it is done. All right. And in case, let's say there is a, so this kind of mess up generally doesn't happen. This happens when we keep on adding nodes and do not prepare the everything which is required. Let's say we are running our program as a streaming and we did not install R on some machines. So in that case, when Hadoop tries to run our program, that on those nodes where R has not been installed, it'll give an error. All right. So great. Everybody is with us. Good. All right. So now today we did a very important thing. We basically worked together to do the hands-on. All right. Now we are all in position to work towards the MapReduce solutions. Okay. So let's jump in. All right. So I hope you got time to think over these problems, and some of you have done a very good job. And I've gone through a few answers, and I'm actually impressed by you guys' performance. And all right, so let's try to go over these problems. I'll just solve it theoretically here, and then leave the main work to you. In case you get stuck, then I can help you do a little bit more hands-on. And the sole idea is to convert most of the problems that you face into MapReduce. Okay. All right. So for the frequencies of the letters, as in we have to count the frequencies of letters, do you really need MapReduce? Anyone? Yes? Quickly. So answer last time somebody has given was okay. Any answers now? Yogesh says if the data is used, then yes. That's right. If the data is used, then yes. And this we had discussed last time, that all we have to do is, in case the data is not used, computing frequencies of the letter is not that intensive. All you have to do is create an array of 26 numbers and keep counting from left to right, top to bottom, and that's it. Okay. Now, the problem with this approach is that that after a point of time, if the data grows big, the IO or the network will be the bottleneck. If you have a huge data, then that approach where we are computing the frequencies directly on a single machine may not work because the IO, the disk could be could take a lot of time. Now, map MR approach is pretty straightforward. MR approach is quite straightforward, wherein instead of spitting out word 1 in the word count problem, here we are spitting out character comma 1. Okay, you can do minor optimization here and there, like instead of instead of For each line, breaking each line into character space, character one kind of key value, we could compute the frequencies of the letters in that line, and instead of giving raw key value, we instead of saying a tab 1 again a tab 1, we basically compute the frequencies of each line. That could be very minor optimization. Okay, we will go into this example again, how to optimize it further when we discuss something about combiner. All right, now who has solved this one? Find anagrams in Hughes text. Find anagrams in Hughes text. I saw the answers, and those answers were right by Alan. Alan's answer is right. It's just that he was assuming that the data is not sorted, so he was sorting it by himself. So, anybody else who has done? Okay. Yes, Prem, you have solved. I saw that. So Alan says that map outputs key value, but reducer expects key and list of values. That's right in the usual case, but in streaming, the input that the streaming job gets is only the sorted data, not the group data. That's the difference between Hadoop streaming and normal MapReduce. In normal MapReduce, the data that reducer gets is key and the list of values, while in Hadoop streaming, the data that reducer gets is key and the value, which are sorted by the key. All right. So question is, you're given a huge text and you have to find anagrams in this text. What is it? What will be your key value pair? What will be your key value pair of the mapper such that all the words which are anagrams of each other should come together? And why will they come together? Because if the key is same, the values will come together, right? If the keys are same, the values will come together. So the bigger question is, what should be the key spitted out by the mapper such that that key is same for all the anagrams of a word? For example, for cat, tack, and act, the key should be same. What key should be there? It's up to you to decide what key should you put with cat such that cat, tack, and act would come together. What is it, the similarity between cat, tack, and act? They all are composed of the same letters. It's just that the letters are misarranged. Letters are arranged differently in each word. So what should be the key for each word such that when Hadoop sorts them, all the anagrams come together? Okay, Finney says assign number to each letter. Okay, now yeah, that's good. And then let's try to do it. For cat, let's say C means 3, A means 1, and T means, I don't know what his T means, maybe 20. So do we sum it up? Should we sum it up? If we assign one letter to each and then make it total, should we do that? Okay, let me just put Finney's answer. Yeah, good, good. Okay, okay, this is good. assign number to each letter in sorted as the key. Good, good. Okay, let me try to understand what you mean. So cat means for you A, C, T, like this. The key will be this, Finny. Good, that's right. Thank you, Finny. Brilliant, brilliant. So yes. So this is a very good question, and I haven't seen many people in when I pose this kind of challenge to lots of people appearing for my MapReduce interviews or Hadoop interviews. I have not seen many people finding this out. Okay, so this is my input text, right? And the mapper is going to convert this input text into key value, and it's up to mapper what it chooses key value, such that Hadoop is going to use this key to sort. Hadoop will take the data from mapper and order this data based on the key. All right. So what it did was, for the for all of the words, it ordered the characters. Okay, it ordered the characters such that all the anagrams will have the same arrangement of the letters as the key, and hence all the anagrams will come together. So for THE, the key is EHT. E is before H and H is before T in alphanumeric way. So no matter what is the anagram of those letters, the key is going to be same. So cat, act, and tech both are going to have same key called ACT. Okay, basically we have sorted the characters of the key and of every word, and that is our key. The value is actual word, because we want the value, we want the actual word in the result, right? We can't lose the word. So this line which is here, this line is what is done by Hadoop. What Hadoop did was Hadoop sorted it and then grouped it. Okay, Hadoop sorted it and then grouped it. Act became act. So you can see that all the acts have come together because of sorting, and then rest. So you can see that now grouping is done. So these two steps are actually done by Hadoop for you, and then your reducer is executed by Hadoop, and this is where you get act, cat, and tag together. Everybody with me? Any questions, doubts about these two questions? Ashwin's question is, should we write program to choose key? Yes. The program could be in shell, the program could be in Unix, the program could be in Java, the program could be anything. Sometimes if your input data itself is separated by tab, you don't need mapper. And you need mapper if the key that you want Hadoop to sort on is already there in the file in the same way. Okay. Prem's question is, how do we tackle the mirror image problem? I'm coming to that. Yes. Alan is saying mistake was, yeah. So I looked at your code, Alan. The thing was that you were assuming that Hadoop is doing nothing. And yes. So you were doing actually everything by yourself. All right. All right. Great. Great. Let's move on. Yeah. Good. Good. So now the next question is this. All right. So a file contains DNA sequences of people. Find all the people who have same DNAs. And how do you do that? So these problems are kind of like, how should I group my data such that my problem is solved? On what basis should I group the data such that my problem is solved? That's what is MapReduce about. Okay, anybody who has, this is a very straightforward question. A question from Ashwin is, I'll answer that. Okay. Yeah, anybody? Let's first answer this third A, then I'll answer Ashwin's question afterwards. Correct. The key is DNA and the value is user. That's it. Okay? This problem is very straightforward. It's a standard group by clause. Yes? It's a standard group by clause. All you want to do is group by the data on user ID, bringing all the DNAs together. Sorry, group by DNA such that users are brought together. Okay? So the key becomes DNA and the value becomes user. Yes, that's right. All right. Now the next challenge is this. Yes, go ahead, Prem. A question from Prem is, DNA second word of the line. Can we make the second word as the key? Of course, why can't? But you have to print it like this. You have to print it DNA, tab, tab. Okay? You have to print like this. You have to say DNA, tab, and then the user. Okay? So your code will be shifting the order. Okay? Because in case of streaming, because we have been talking about streaming most of the time, in case of streaming, we have to have, we have to basically, we have to basically give out the data in the form of key value in the same order. All right? Does it make sense to you, Prem? All right, great. Let me try to answer this question first, and then we'll move ahead. Here, cat act. Okay. So how exactly should we write a program to choose? Okay. Should we choose any of it? Okay. So let's take a look at the code we wrote earlier. Okay, so the mapper code for this looks like this. Okay, I'm going to write mapper.py for our case. You can give it any name in case that's confusing. And where is my I think I'm about to reach. All right, here we go. So the way we are going to write mapper is we read line from the file input. Okay. So this is what we're going to say, right? For each line in the input, for each word in this, we are going to say we have to convert the word into a list, and then we have to say sorted, and then we have to join. We have to say something like this: join. Okay, that's it. So this essentially what we are trying to do is each word we broke it into an array of characters by saying list, and then we said sort this array of characters, and then we said concatenate together to form a single string, or we could actually say things like str. Okay, so either way we can convert an array of characters back into this, and then we could say plus tab plus actual word, and this will give out, let me try to say, nano, what do you call, nano anna map dot py. Okay, let me see if it works. Chmod plus x anamap dot py. Okay, and let's see, echo the cat act in tic tac toe. Let's see if my code is working fine. It says invalid syntax. We have to change the first line. We and okay, did it work? Line number 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I making some mistake? Yes. Yes. You know what mistake I'm making? The brackets are not balanced. Now we don't have to do so many ch modes. Okay. Does it look like good? So if we hand it over to Hadoop, it will sort this data, and this is what it's going to look like. Does that answer your question, Ashwin? Great. Great. So this is how you could actually, right? Anybody wants to take it? Yes. Thank you, Abru. Abru has told me that this was the error. Thank you. All right. Yes. So anything that is showed as the first column will be taken as the key. Yes. In Hadoop streaming. We'll go into the details of the typical Java kind of streaming, but a question from Alan is that there is no Unix command that does grouping though. Yes, that's right. Yes. So you could try, basically it's pretty simple to group the sorted data. For grouping the sorted data is pretty straightforward. You start from the beginning. If the key changes, that means till now everything was a group. If the key doesn't change, you can't keep on concatenating the values, and those are okay. So Prem's question is, can you give me a good reference to learn Python? I would say for every problem that you're trying to solve, every problem like concatenating string, okay, start searching on the net, and then you that'll be better. Okay, I mean, I'm a big follower of their main documentation. It's actually very good. Okay, I'm not a follower of a book because book is generally in the shelf, and I'm working on a laptop. Therefore, I'm not really book kind of person. Uh, so yeah, and the other suggestion is that Dummies for Python OS is free online. That's what Ella's suggestion is. Okay, so looks good to me. So but I would strongly recommend that you go through documentation, because when you go through documentation you get a lot of nice interesting things. Okay, because when you are reading on the computer, a tendency to try it immediately is far more higher. Okay, keep the console open, this console open, and specifically this open. Okay, and keep trying things, and that'll you will see that you will learn Python or anything really quickly. All right, now moving on to next question. So that was anagram. Now DNA is done. All right, this is tricky. Has anybody solved it, Alan? Question is that all those people who are isotopes, isomers, or I think it's called isomers. It's like mirror image. So all the people whose DNA is either mirror image or identical are considered to be in the same family. So you have to bring together the family, meaning you have to bring all the DNAs together, which are either equal or mirror image of each other, either equal or mirror image of each other. Anybody? Yes. Basically we have to bring those people together, meaning we have to choose a key. We have to create for each user a key such that all those users whose DNA is either identical or mirror image, they should come together. And how do you do that? Anybody? All right. So the answer is very simple. Answer is very simple. You convert the mirror word into its mirror image, and then see which one is smaller. Okay. So so this way we'll be selecting always the same one for all the DNAs. Okay. So what you do is you basically pick up minimum of the word and its image, the minimum of the DNA and its reverse. For example, ACGT and its reverse is TGCA. What is the minimum of the two? ACGT. Now imagine that there is another key called TGCA. Let's go with this one. What will be the what will be the mirror image of this one? Mirror image of this one will be ACGT, right? And who is the minimum of the two? ACGT. Okay, so for both this as well as this, the key is same. So we figured out this trick, that how can we create the same key for all the people who we want to bring together, right? And this way we could bring all the users together. You can see that ACGT user 1, user 2, ACG user 3, ACGT user 4, and so on. And this way, when Hadoop brings them together by ordering, we get user 1, user 2, user 4 together, while user 3 and user 5 are together, and user 6 and user 7 are together. And this way, reducer is not doing much. All right. So basically, we are ordering the DNA and its mirror image. And when we order the two things, no matter in what order, in what sequence are they, whether we say minimum of TGCA and ACGT, or we say minimum of ACGT and TGCA, the result is going to be the same. And therefore, for both this and this, the answer is, the key is same. Prem, does it make sense to you? Alan and everyone? Yeah. Now the last question. All right. The last question is very interesting, and you will be amazed to know that a problem called PageRank has a similar behavior. And what's a PageRank? PageRank was Google's way of ordering the web pages of the world based on how many people are linking a particular page. And the definition is recursive. If my value is higher than you, then my vote matters than you. Okay, so that was the PageRank algorithm. So I have tried to simplify PageRank algorithm to build this problem. So this problem basically has two more insights to it. One, when you put all the files in a folder, they're concatenated together. Second, we can use multiple phases of MapReduce to solve our problem. Okay, so let me reiterate the question. Question is that in this democracy, not everybody is equal. People whose bank balances are bigger, their votes matter more. So to decide who has won the election, or to decide who has got how many votes, we have to know the we use the bank account details of everyone who has voted. And how do we do that? By joining the two. And in case of Hadoop, question is, how do you emulate join using MapReduce? I'll show you some things. Okay, so this diagram will make you very clear. Imagine that you have two lists, voter votee and voter worth. Now what you do is you concatenate the two files, meaning put them in the same folder and feed it to your MapReduce job, and automatically everything is merged. After that, Hadoop will be giving you this kind of grouped elements. And this grouped element contains, what does it contain? The worth of an element, worth of a person who has voted, and who all he has voted, right? Because this particular file contains who has voted to who, and second file contains whose worth is how much. So A voted for C, A voted for B, and A's worth is 5. And that's what, when Hadoop did that, considered the key the first column, and then brought all these three things together. All right? Up to here, there should not be a problem. Okay, so Hadoop brought all these three things together: the value of A and who A has voted to. Now in the reduce, we do a very tricky things. Okay, in the reduce, we print we print things like we print how much value addition was done to who. Okay, how much value addition was done to who, meaning B got 5, A voted to B and C, and A's worth is 5. So B got 5, C got 5, A got nothing, C got 1 because of B voting for that, and and uh, F got 11, and so on. Now, if you see this list, if you group the elements by the key and sum up the value, that will give you the total worth of each one. So this, what does this say? It says that A's worth is 5 and A has voted for B and C. That's what basically we have concatenated the two, and the first column is the key, and Hadoop has brought all these values together for each key. So essentially, essentially, we have printed the value gains of B and C here, value gain of C here, and F, yeah, and so on. And then once we have this, grouping and summing is another MapReduce. Okay, a question from Prem. So here mapper does not have any code. As you said that merging has been taken automatically. So mapper is kind of read read everything from input, then break it by spaces and print uh, break it by spaces and print array 0 tab array 1 array 1. This is what our mapper is doing. Essentially it's doing nothing. Whatever it's reading is printing to the screen, or maybe it's replacing just the space with the tab. a question from A question from Ellen. So reduce one has to distinguish between numeric and non-numeric value in the input list. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Ellen, for bringing that up. Yes, that's right. And that's how it will decide that what is the vote, what is the worth, and who is the votee. Good. Everyone with me on this? Great, great. Any questions on this? All right. Can you write a Python code for the same thing? So Alan, in this case, you will see that this will be the case where your Python code will be doing something, or your code will be doing something. Anybody? Any questions for me? Yeah? No questions? Yogesh's question is, are we using, here we are using multiple reducers. Here we are using two map reduce jobs, meaning we ran first job and this was saved into the disk, and then we executed second job which read the data from HDFS and saved it there. So these two were in HDFS, then this was saved in an HDFS, and then in the second job, the input file was this one, the newly created one, or the directory in which it was created, and then this. It's basically two map reduces. All right. Okay. So, any questions at this point? A question from Ella. So, will the Python code just merge the files or feed to? So, actually, Hadoop will feed. So, basically, when you say input, right, put both the files in a single folder and feed it to your MapReduce jobs. It'll automatically concatenate the data. Make sense to you? Okay, so that was our discussion on the four problems. Please, so Ellen, when you are, so everyone, when you are solving these problems, the first version you can update here in the session number 3, MapReduce subjective question. But if you are planning to write code, uh, if you're planning to write code, please create a GitHub repository. Okay, GitHub repository. Okay, GitHub repository, and then after you have created the GitHub repository, create your code properly there. Okay, that will also teach you how to use Git and also give you more visibility. So create a project on GitHub and publish your code there. Okay, if you are writing just the pseudocode, then submit it here. Pseudocode you have to submit here, just one word or maybe two words, that this is what my mapper does, this is what my mapper does, and so on. So write those few words answers here in the MapReduce subjective questions, and full detailed course code on GitHub. A question, okay, and let me answer three questions. First question is, Ella is saying that that helps a lot. Actually, I was wondering about Join. So a question from Ella was, so will the Python code just merge the files and then feed to Hadoop? Actually, yeah. Uh, the follow-up question was this. So no coding is required. So no coding is required to concatenate, but this piece of code would require coding. From here, from here to here, it would require coding. From the array, first you have to identify which one is the worth, and then for rest of the elements of the array, you have to print the element tab the worth. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Ashwin's question is, where will be the merged file? You mean this merged file? It'll be not there. Okay, Hadoop will basically merge the data and run your mappers against it. That's it. For Hadoop, it won't require to merge, because anyway Hadoop needs to distribute the work. So for some mappers, first one will be there. For some mappers, second file will be there. And then when both the mappers result is concatenated together, it goes to the reducer. That's where the file gets merged. Okay. Now taking up Abru's question. All right. So, all right. A question from Abru is, so what I'm learning is that big data and unstructured data where SQL fails. Try to think how SQL queries are written, but now done in Java and Python as part of MapReduce. Yes. Okay. Yes. That helps in thinking of MapReduce. Okay. That helps in thinking of MapReduce. But honestly, the problem like voting where joining is required, you would be using Hive and Piglatin instead of using MapReduce. But the problem like anagrams and mirror image, where the problem doesn't look like the SQL one, in those cases you will be using MapReduce. Okay, so the main idea behind the main idea the way we will be working in future is most of the work we'll try to get it done through Hive or Piglatin. In rare cases, we will be writing MapReduce code, but it's very important to write MapReduce because that's what every whether Pig, Hive, or any SQL kind of engine they convert to MapReduce. Therefore, I have created this assignment so that you all get a hang of MapReduce. But if you did not were not comfortable with coding too much, do not panic. Hive and Pig Latin will make your life easier and you will get it instantaneously. Okay. All right. Great. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. All right. Thank you, Abru. I'm happy that you liked the class. Okay. All right. So, Ashwin, try to articulate your confusion and maybe we can have one-on-one discussion if you are getting stuck and confused. Okay. You can have a one-on-one discussion. Just send me three different time slots and we can schedule a one-on-one with you. All right. Because it's not a good idea to get confused at this point. Sure. Sure, Ritika. And my India number is 919538998962. Okay? Feel free to call me in case you are stuck. Okay? In case I don't pick up, I'll call you back. I might be in middle of some discussion. All right? Bye bye. Yeah, I'm on WhatsApp, the same number. All right. So if you, I'll prefer that you take a kind of in case you are really stuck and want a one-on-one, just send me like three different time slots and we will schedule a one-on-one and then try to work together on the confusions part. All right. Okay. See you then. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. All right.